pleased with how my snapdragons and other flowers in this very narrow bed have turned out. Now these plants were all planted in October here in California in the desert, and they have done quite well even though we had some frost this past winter. Now this is a perennial, this is a blue salvia, and I'm going to go ahead and clip it off and add it to a glass of water that I bring out with me. I'm harvesting blooms and deadheading and tidying up this very narrow bed at the same time. So the tip is, when you come out here, I usually do it in the cool of the evening or the cool of the morning, and water well the night before so that the flowers are full of moisture. That means that the cut flowers that you're going to bring indoors are going to last much longer. So I'll just go in here, and I'm kind of thinning out the snapdragons at the same time that I'm harvesting blooms for indoors. Once I get inside, before this snapdragon goes into a vase, I'll strip off the lower leaves like that. Now, as I go down along this bed, you see I also have alyssum, because alyssum is another flower that is frost tolerant. It can take some cold. Because this bed is so narrow, but because I wanted height, I've added, these are actually vases from Home Goods, and these are just decorative balls that I spray painted copper. And I come down here, I have these great big petunias. Petunias also make great cut flowers. So I'll just go in here and thin this out a little bit. Even though it has a very short stem, I'm going to bring this indoors and put it in a very short vase for some indoor color. And then I come down here, and these snapdragons are nice and upright, but there's a secret that I want to show you. What I did is, as they grew, I planted them again, remember, in October. By December and January, they were leaning out over this ledge, and that was blocking light from the pansies and the lobelia. So what I did is I got these short little sections of wrought iron, and I just shoved the pansies up, and instead of individually staking the snapdragons, I was able to get them to grow upright just by supporting them with a little short length of this, wrought iron edging. So as you go down, you can see I've got another pot here turned upside down, another vase on it, blue lobelia, the winter blooming pansies, snapdragons. These are all what we call cold hardy plants. And so I have a bed that's only 1 foot wide, full of color, and it did quite well for me. Okay, here's purple bacopa, and I love this purple bacopa, and I found this pot. It's got all this pattern, and it's the same color families. I found this at Home Goods, and this plant stand, which raises it up so I can actually see the colors of the pot. So now I have a nice little trio of matching colors, but wait, let's add even more, and then there were 4. We've got our 2 matching, we've got our middle one, but I found another pot with the same color family, and so that also has the osteospermum, daisy-type flowers in it, kind of more of the blue and yellow theme. But wait, this is an even number. I like an odd number when I'm grouping pots together, so let's add another one. And here is the 5th plant, so that I have an uneven number. This is a very small pot. It was actually growing someplace else, but the pot's the right color, so I'm just using a little, these are called garden stools. They're perfect for plant stands, especially when they have holes in the bottom like this one does, and a little pot goes on top. So now instead of just one pot or just a pair of pot, I have a grouping of color, a great design, all inspired by my graphic pillow and the bright and vivid colors from a borrowed view. It's been Mary Ann Bonetti with Easy Answers for Great Gardens.